y'all are ready.
Ready.
Deputy Johnny Garcia, Public Information Officer for the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. First of all, thank y'all for sticking around. Earlier this morning, deputies with our Organized Crime Division began surveillance here in the 500 block of Hackberry for an individual who was wanted on 2 warrants: felon in possession of a firearm, 3rd-degree felony, and theft of property, a Class B misdemeanor warrant. It was for an ATO, an attempt to locate this individual who was wanted. Part of this individual being wanted and it being assigned to our Organized Crime Division, they began setting up surveillance in the area in an attempt to just catch the individual outside of his residence. Deputies continued that surveillance throughout the morning. They saw him peek outside of the residence and then immediately duck back in. At that point in time, we confirmed that we had visual on the individual who was wanted. We were able to confirm that was the individual in fact as well, and we began to call additional units to the area. We set up a perimeter. At that point in time, we then began a call out to the individual just to come out, peacefully surrender, and that carried on just up until a few minutes ago. We'd probably been here for the better part of the afternoon. Mind you, all of this started occurring in the peak hour of school time. We're surrounded by schools here along Hackberry, not too far from an elementary school just down at the intersection, as well as idea schools in the area as well. So at that point in time, it took precedence to get this individual into custody, knowing of the warrants that he had, but also for the fact that we knew that school was still in session at that point in time. Our SWAT team was deployed to this location, and at which point we began deploying gas inside of the residence due to him refusing to come out. We deployed quite a bit of gas. The home is quite large as well. It has multiple rooms inside of the home, and some interesting facts as well once we made entry inside of the home. At a certain point, we made the decision to make entry. When we began clearing the home, we found that there were multiple trap doors inside of the residence. This is an elevated residence with some tiered beam, so it's elevated up off of the ground. As we began searching the home, we located these trap doors, which then our SWAT team began checking underneath the home, ultimately locating the individual hiding underneath the home. He was taken into custody. At this point in time, we have medical on scene by our legions. They're our great partners. They have tactical medics here on scene just in case the situation escalated to a specific point. Thankfully, it didn't. But at this point, like I mentioned, we do have the individual into custody. There is some sort of traffic disruption here along Hackberry, and I estimate that probably to last for the next 30 to 45 minutes until we clear our units off of the scene, and we'll open this roadway up. We definitely want to thank the residents in the area for being patient with us because they were impacted as well. So I'll take any questions y'all have.
Was he armed?
We didn't find any weapons. I'll also mention that just now I was told that there was a stolen vehicle on the property. During the time of us trying to get him out of the residence, we didn't know that there was 2 additional males inside of the home as well. So those 2 individuals ended up coming out peacefully. We detained them off to the side and kept them there on property, or kept them with us while we were still on property. They're not expected to face any charges, totally unrelated. However, at that point, the male continued to stay inside until it ended, just as you saw a couple minutes ago. I have the individual's name, if you bear with me for a second. That individual is going to be Manuel Sanchez, date of birth 2/18/66. 2/18/66.
With the Z or the S?
With the Z. Manuel Sanchez.
So what are the charges, Attorney?
At this point in time, he has 2 warrants. One for felon in possession of a firearm, and which is a 3rd-degree felony, and a Class B misdemeanor for theft of property under $750.
Are those Bexar County cases?
I believe so, yes, ma'am.
Did he resist?
Other than the fact of just keeping us here on scene, not coming out, he didn't put up a fight when we went to detain him. We did everything that we could to exhaust all of our means. We called him out for several hours consistently. We had negotiators here on scene. We had our drones spin up, and we even had some of our tactical robots here on scene just to exhaust all measures because the community safety was paramount at that point in time. So, yeah, when we put him into custody, he put up no fight.
What is the estimated total time until you had to start the gas?
I believe close to 6 hours.
6 hours.
6 hours.
He was found under the house?
He was was found under the home. As we deployed our tactical robot underneath the home, we kept seeing a Dalmatian running back and forth underneath the home. So our deputies put 2 and 2 together that maybe it was his dog, in fact, and began searching underneath the home more thoroughly. At which point he ended up coming out and we placed him into custody thereafter.
Were there any women inside at the beginning?
No, but I do believe he is related to the owner of the home, who has also mentioned that this home has been used for squatting at some point in time. As far as the background to that, I'm not too specific on. I just know for the fact that we got this felon into custody, and I believe the community is a little bit safer here along Hackberry.
How big a factor has heat been for your guys in full tactical gear standing there in the heat for 5-6 hours?
I can't even imagine. You got SWAT deputies that were fully geared up. I was in the shade and I was still hot, sweating in this uniform. I can't even imagine guys with 30 to 60 pounds of tac gear on. It just goes to show that these guys are truly dedicated to public safety and service, and y'all can see the result of that. We were not going to leave until we got them into custody safely.
Anybody got evacuated around the house?
So, as a result of us deploying gas, some of that began to travel around the home. I believe our partner over here from KSAT was with me as well, and some of that gas began to kick up. You could feel it. We started coughing. So as a safety measure, we asked some of the residents, go inside. We don't want you to be affected by it. And thankfully they did. We were able to push and extend the perimeter outward just a bit for that safety measure.
Did you have any order for the schools to be on lockdown?
We began notifying schools once it turned into a tactical situation because of the propensity that it could have escalated to. Thankfully, it didn't.
Apart from the warrants, what charges is the suspect expected to face for this?
At least just for now, we have him under 2 warrants, which are felon in possession of a firearm and a Class B misdemeanor warrant for theft under 750. Whether other charges may apply, I guess it all depends on his relationship to that vehicle that we found here on scene, which was a stolen pickup truck, and I guess anything else that we may find as a result of probably executing a search warrant here within the next couple of minutes, if not hours.
Those trapdoors, how many trapdoors did you say were inside the house?
I haven't taken a step inside of the home, but I did hear over the radio that there were 2 areas in the home that looked to be modified by removing some of the floor paneling inside of the home. It looks like one was on one side of the home, one on the other side, to where I guess if the individual wanted to duck underneath and make his way out, he was able to, which caught some eyes, which caught our attention. I also believe that they had made mention that there was a couch underneath one of these areas, which was probably making it appear to be that it was done intentionally to hide and conceal that trapdoor.
That gas never got to him. I assume because he was under the house. Right?
We assume so. Yeah, you were here for the better part of the start of it, and we deployed quite a bit of gas, and us not getting that reaction as we typically get from deploying that amount was a little bit interesting. Thankfully, we were able to find him, and whether he was impacted or not, it's unknown, but he is being taken to an area hospital, I believe University Hospital, just for minor and precautionary measures.
And no weapon?
Not at this point in time, but that may change as we begin clearing the home and searching it more thoroughly.
Do you know if he had a previous criminal history beyond the 2 warrants?
I don't, but I do know he has a civil, so I am not too sure if he does have prior criminal history. All right.
Thank you, Johnny.